Hi, my name is Liz Koch. I'm owner and founder of The Ride Life, which provides online fitness training for women mountain bikers. Also, I'm a doctor of physical therapy and owner of Blue Ridge Biomechanics, who sees mostly mountain bikers and whitewater kayakers. Let's hop in today on why strength in your back is important for mountain biking and some different ideas that you can do and think about on the bike and some off the bike to help you with improving that strength. As we think about our back and getting stronger through there, let's think about the applications on our bike. We have downhill, we have uphill. So let's break those two into different pieces. As we think about downhill, we are off the saddle is out of the way. We need to control our bike underneath of us, and we need to be able to use our arms and legs for suspension. That means bending on our knees, our ankles, our hips, staying nice and strong and steady through our trunk, and moving our shoulders, elbows, wrists. Those are our shock absorbers to add on to what we need to use for our bike. We also need to be able to move the bike in different areas and zones, aka when we're going around a corner, when we're going up and over different technical features going downhill, jumping. All of these things mean movement through our hips, movement through our shoulders, stability through our core, aka it stays more still through there to be able to generate force and power through other areas. As we look at generating power, as we look at generating force, if I'm going to be standing on carpet and trying to pull something, I am pretty planted, I'm pretty strong, I have my base of stability, and I can generate force through that. If you put sock feet on me, put me on wood floor, and I start pulling something, I'm probably not going to be able to maintain as well. I'm not going to be able to have as much power. And so if you're not strong through your core, you're not strong through your back, then you're not going to be able to generate the power that you need, that you want. You'll actually start failing there. You'll start form failing as you're going downhill. And so that looks more so like this, that we try to do this movement, or that we're more so here. And so we're using more of our quads for our stability, a little bit of glutes, not as much, and our trunk, you see, doesn't have to maintain as much. As if we're here, now we have to maintain more control through our trunk. We have to maintain more control through our back muscles and use it as a cylinder. And so if I just drove even in this position with my back muscles, then I'd be here. My core, my front part, my abs are completely off, and I'm only driving through my back muscles. If I'm only driving through my stomach muscles, then I'm here. If I utilize both of them to control, to offload my hands as well, now I use back muscles as well as front muscles. I utilize my cylinder. As we're going and doing these different positions, see if you can offload your hands. That's one of the biggest key components about why we need this strength. So we're not using our hands that connect to our bike to power our legs going and connecting to the bike. As we're off the saddle, those are our only 2 points of contact. We need to generate power through here to be able to move the bike separately through our hands, twisting the bars, weighting the bars differently, and also through our feet. If we need to pedal, we need to do any different things, move our body forward and back in those positions, that all becomes a hip movement, not a low back movement. We're strong through our core, we're strong through our back, and that's where our stability comes from. Same thing goes for our climbing. As we're climbing, we need to be able to generate force. We need to be able to generate movement. I need to push my pedal down so it rotates my back wheel to make me propel forward. To do that, I'm generating force again. Force through here, so stability. This is me on my carpet, that I'm able to stay there nice and planted. And then I'm able to generate my force through my glutes, my quads, and the rest of my legs, using my hamstrings as well. If I don't use my trunk, then that same thing, sock feet, wood floor, I'm not going to be able to generate as much power, as much lifting as you've done, as much other work that you've done. If you are lacking trunk stability, trunk control, core control, back muscles, then front muscles, you're not going to be able to generate that force. You're going to do more of a side-to-side bending instead of an actual full body control through that. Instead of maintaining nice, strong, central, and then having different muscles move in your legs to push that pedal down for you to climb. Bike setup is important for this too. not what we're going to go over today, but making sure your bike is set up for you to access these muscles, for you to stay strong here, so you're not too scrunched in and not too slacked out to utilize these guys. Now, you understand why it's important. You probably understand it because you're riding with some issues through here. You either have hip tightness, you have low back tightness, you're getting neck issues through that. Other areas become stressed if you're not utilizing your trunk well enough. Some of the best examples of exercises are your deadlift. Deadlift is a great exercise for you to add into your program. Single leg deadlift is also a great exercise once you have the core stability and control to prevent that rotation. Also, other exercises that utilize your trunk to your hips and utilize your trunk to your arms. A shoulder tap in either a kneeling plank or in a full plank is another great method of utilizing this for our upper body, resisting against that movement. And then also just a straight core exercise where you are reaching out one leg or the other and making sure that you have good activation both front and back through that. That's what's key about a lot of these things, is that you're not just using front for your time on the bike. You're using yourself as a cylinder as a whole, and that's where you are making sure you can resist that rotation for it. I hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. I have different online programs if you are interested in any of those. But most of all, core strength, back strength, front strength, your cylinder as a whole is super important for the use of your shoulders and also the use of your hips. Making sure you're not squatting in to things through here, that you're deadlifting more so, and so you can hold that stability and control through here. And then as you're climbing, that you're able to control your steer separately as you're gaining different power through your hips and through your legs. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a fantastic day.